Yo, hello everyone. We're going to give it time for people to come in, and we are going to get into the elemental readings. And so I'm so excited for this new moon, May 19, 2023. But essentially, whenever you see this reading, it is when it's meant to be for you. Hello everyone, welcome. So I'm going to do the elemental readings. I'm going to start with the elements of air. Although this new moon is going to be in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is an earth sign, air was coming through earlier in the week. And so because it's a lot of shifts in the air going on, right? Essentially. So hopefully I'll be able to get all the elements in tonight. How are you all doing? Be sure to share the live if you're able to share the live with others. And let me know if you can hear me well. I'm seeing the comments so I can keep going. The only thing to be mindful, air, a lot of spirit, fire energy also. The only thing, cool. So I'm getting a strong sense of a lot of manifestations coming to the forefront is being mindful of like what you're entertaining, your thoughts. This is nothing new, right? We all know this, that the universe is mind. And so essentially just, focusing on, I guess, having a little bit more of a tunnel vision as to what it is that you want to manifest, and being focused on that, and being focused on like over exaggerating, like try to, with the Taurus, being a little bit more practical with it, but trusting and allowing yourself to, I know for me, I can say like, if you're not trying to really gain a lot of weight, try not to overeat if that's a thing for you, or just mindful of like addictions. These things are going to be coming to the forefront for, I guess, like for some purging, right? But also for balancing out, right? All things in moderation. I can see a lot of like things in the home coming and bringing stability and groundingness. So a lot, for the air signs, we're going to start with the air signs, is really like you're going to feel like so light on your feet at the same time with this energy, because things are moving fast. However, Taurus is a little bit of a slower pace, so you're gonna feel light on your feet, but you're also going to feel that like slower movement. And it's not, how can I explain that? Like how I'm seeing it. It's almost like you're moving so fast that you're able to see things in slow motion. That's how I want to say it. And so that's nothing new for air signs. However, it's going to be in a way that's going to bring you a lot of enlightenment, a lot of revelations as to like how to maneuver through things, or do things maybe a little bit different. With this, I also see how you're going to be able to like, yeah, wow, that just popped. Like manipulate things through the air, either with your thoughts or even with your words, right? So let's get into this. Let me see what collective message do we have for this new moon in Taurus for the air signs. The air signs is Aquarius, Libra, Geminis, You might feel extra vulnerable at this time as well. Feeling like, you know, maybe either your weaknesses being like coming to the forefront for you to strengthen, or just mindfulness of like your words here. I really feel like this is like you're gonna be acting on ideas that you had already gotten these ideas maybe during like the time of Mercury retrograde or something like that, and now just really delivering. This feels like delivering, like if you were the postal, right, at this point, traveling through, moving through, taking actions with the ideas that maybe that's probably like how I've seen moving so fast, but everything else kind of like slowing down. It could have been that while Mercury was in retrograde, there were things coming up for you that you wanted to do, but it felt so slow, and now you're actually able to see what was needed in the foundation part, because Taurus is very much about foundation, you know, and your values. This could have also been that maybe like financially there was a need for you to just like look at your different options. Okay, let's see here. Too many cards, like air signs. Yeah, I feel like you definitely overcome obstacles when it came down to like self-sabotaging, but also like comparison. Like you're no longer comparison. Your confidence is a little bit more higher. With the 5 of Wands in reverse, is like you're allowing yourself to say what's for me is for me. You're no longer worried about what other people are thinking about you, or just having like that egoic battle with yourself, right? The war's already kind of been won with yourself. I'm kind of also getting like damn, why do I want to say that word? I just it's like at the tip of my tongue. It's coming through. Imposter syndrome. There you go. Maybe you were dealing with some imposter syndrome, feeling like you couldn't really be yourself around certain groups of people. And essentially you started like cutting off other people. Yeah, let's see what other cards are coming out. The Star card. Yeah, you were really in communication. Yeah, I tell you, Mercury. This is also Sag energy too, right? So Mercury and Sagittarius, but so we have both Mercury and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus, right? And so there's a lovemaking communication thing going on here in the stars astrologically, where, you know, maybe you were feeling a lot of like combat. You were feeling a lot of revelations, unmasking of your own fears, or unmasking of like what wasn't true to you, and you needing to confront that within yourself first. And so yeah, confirmation with with that. And so I feel like, what, you know, air signs, essentially, this is going to be a time period. This new moon is really telling you to bring in balance with that. Now, bring it into practicality, bring it in, I almost want to say like it's almost like coming to the realization that you don't know it all. Maybe you felt like you knew it all and you were combative with a lot of other people. But essentially this is also like just being in your own energy is really what is going to bring in your people, your tribe. I almost feel like this has to do with work also. So maybe you were, you know, you didn't feel like you were in a career or in a job that was really fulfilling you. It just kind of was something that you was doing, and maybe there's a shift in career that is more in alignment with what you want to do and what you came here to do. Essentially, I do see financial shifts happening for you, but it's going to be a little bit slower than you would like. So anticipation, right, can be a drug also. So they're just saying mindfulness on the addictions part. I'm not sure if this is somebody, this could also be that maybe this is somebody dealing with like going to rehab. Yeah, you're cutting cords. It's like breaking through and seeing the truth. Just breaking those addictions here, breaking these addictions. They want you to know that you can overcome it. This could also be that, maybe this, I'm not going to put in any diagnosis or anything like that, but perhaps this is someone who deals with like multiple personalities or like some sort of like schizophrenic type of energy. Now, air signs, I want y'all to know that this could be you that I'm reading or someone in your energetic field. So take the story how it resonates, and leave what's not for you, right? There's one story of you or someone in your family or your friends or in your circle, really coming into a space where, they may be fighting addictions, going to rehab, and they need a lot of support. Their mental status right now, they have a lot of collective data that's coming into them, but it's hard for them to comprehend what it is that their brain is trying to digest from what is coming through the minds, because they need a clearing. So this could essentially be cord cutting. Either you're going to do a cord cutting ritual type thing from this thing, going to rehab, seeking help, getting some sort of support system around you, and essentially seeing the rewards in that. This could also be perhaps someone who has, this could be the same story or a different story, whoever it is. This can be someone who has like split personality or some form of like schizophrenic type of energy, where you're really feeling almost like a bipolar effect, wanting to balance out your energy. Now, I know I'm using these terms and it is not to diagnose, it is just for reference, right? For examples, for lack of better terms, right? Essentially just feeling like you were tired and feeling like there was a lot of, what is that? Like psychic, I don't want to say like a psychic attack, but more so, and this could have been like a lot of work in the astral realm as well going on that overwhelmed you and was like, maybe you felt like you took a beating, and you're just like, that could have been the fast-paced movement with things moving a little bit slow, like you're like moving more fast than you actually realize, and so everything around you just slowed down for a moment. But essentially, I think writing, if you allow yourself time to start journaling more and ask yourself some deeper questions, go deeper. Maybe do some more like cleansing baths, spiritual baths, or just get into some sort of like spiritual routine for yourself to really raise your frequency. Essentially, this could even be maybe getting like a Reiki session, or just, doing some breathing techniques to start sealing your aura. For this like split personality, the mental stuff, the things that's going on here, it's because there's like rips and tears in the aura that spirit is trying to heal. With the star card here, there's healing. There is guidance. There is support around here to help solidify spiritual psychosis, right? And so essentially feeling like you need to get a little bit more grounded, and this energy is going to show you that. It's going to show you that you have the tools to ground yourself. And so that way you don't get confused. Perhaps you were feeling confused also on your messages and not sure which messages to listen to, which spirits to listen to. Essentially, going back to source and going back to self, and just clearing out all spirits that isn't in wholeness and oneness of your highest and greatest good, and affirming and commanding, right? Command your space, command the authority in your space to be of clarity, so that you don't feel so clustered in your mind, so you don't feel all over the place. Essentially, this is just a lot of collective data that you've been picking up, air signs. And so, yeah, you in the bottom of the deck is the Magician card here. Essentially, you have everything that you need, and you have what it takes to create the reality in which you want to create. I'm gonna get an oracle card to just bring a little bit of like advice as to like what you should focus on during this time for this new moon in Taurus, because I feel like this is a lot of spiritual energy. Like literally you have the 5 of Wands in reverse, the Star card, the 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords here. That is a lot of fast-paced movement. A lot of fast-paced movement here, but essentially I see that you have gained a lot of wisdom, so there was a lot of lessons that you had to learn, and either this could be that neither one of those stories were your stories, right? But you come to a space where you move past your fears and you're taking action now with the ideas that you had, going back to the beginning, going full circle. If either one of those stories, whether it was the addiction or the spiritual psychosis type energies, if that's your story or someone around you, with the support of your peers, there's going to be a lot of rewards in bringing your ideas to come to the forefront through groundingness. And it's going to be a slow and steady like pace. It needs to be grounded. But I can see y'all coming into this space. Write it out. Yeah, your ships are going to be sailing in. I love that. Your ships are going to be sailing in with the Magician card and the 3 of Wands here. Okay? You know, maybe there was a lot of like anticipation and you were, you know, just expecting things to go one way and they went the complete 180, right? And now things are going to actually go 360 to make it full circle and bring it back 180 again, right? So, you know, just take your time. There could have been a lot of dissatisfaction. And so this is really for your emotional intelligence and really bring yourself into a space of harmony here, air signs. This is quite interesting. I didn't know we were going to go here. I did not know this is where we were going. All right, so essentially what advice can we give them? Give the air signs here. Let go of control, with control in reverse here. Let go of control. There had been a strong need. Let's see here. Control and friendliness. Yes. There was a battle of the ego inside of you, okay? And there was a lot of control issues. They're asking you to trust in your own, in the bottom of the deck, existence. Okay? Trusting your own existence, trusting your higher self, trusting your source, trusting the people that have been guided into your life, in your path. Hold on one second. Can y'all stop? Here, this is also how I mentioned, you know, cutting people off. Essentially, maybe you were cutting some people off that were trying to manipulate your life, or that you felt like you couldn't be your authentic self with friendliness here. This is you really reconnecting with your soul tribe. And so knowing that you can't control others, you know, essentially people have free will, and All you can do is see the truth for what it is and see what people pick and choose, right? If you're someone who maybe used to practice or essentially, I just feel like this is a change of environment, a change of people that is beyond your control here. And this is for you to learn how to even work with your own abilities astrologically. Like, yeah, I don't know why I said it that way, right? The astral realm, like working with your astral body. I don't know why I use that term. This could be a lot of telepathy between you and your soul tribe and your spirit guides here also. And maybe you connecting with some new spirits that you don't really understand the relationship just yet. And for those that have like the need to heal and work on your aura, in regards to like these spirits here, is being mindful of what the spirits are saying and know that you have control of yourself. And then so if these spirits are trying to like really put you down or put you in a space where you don't feel worthy, where you don't feel good enough, you don't feel just high vibrational like feelings and thoughts, you have the ability to not welcome them into your space. And so calling back your power and taking the control back with that. And just essentially, you could even call on your spiritual counsel, your spirit guides and your warriors here to help you with that situation if you don't feel completely in control of your own authority when it comes down to these other spirits, okay? So that can be something that you're focusing on is just your connections right now, air signs. There's going to be a lot of networking also that's going to be going on for those of you. I mentioned earlier a shift in careers. Please bear with me because I'm getting a lot of different messages. And so essentially you want to take the message that is for you. So there's going to be, I love this. There's going to be a lot of networking here where it's almost going to just feel like divinely aligned, divinely led, like you were divinely led there, where competition, there is none. Just you being your own authentic self, essentially, with just being vulnerable in your truth is going to bring you, the opportunities that you have been waiting for. And the connections, the people, the resources that you need for you to move forward. And that happens the moment you let go of your own control issues here. So if you're someone who has a lot of control issues and you are anticipating good things happening in regards to like your career, your finances here, essentially that's what they're saying. Now when it comes down to finances here, let me get a little bit more clarity on the finances itself, because I almost feel like it's like you're gonna want to like spend a lot and stuff like that, and maybe you were feeling like you couldn't. It's needing to balance something in your life. So this could be, balancing out your finances, like your budget, right? Balancing out, doing your checks and balances with your outcome and your income. Prioritizing. Because essentially you might not actually feel like you want to do these things. But this is what's going to help ground you. And it's not control in a way where like you're obsessive on it. That's what you're releasing. That's what you're letting go. That's what the Mercury retrograde was informing you of, like maybe your overthought and your obsessiveness on like the relationships around you, the people around you, your relationship with yourself, with your body, with your addictions, right? How can you, if it's, an addiction, taking it out completely, or if it's something that it's maybe not like a super strong addiction, but it's a habit, right? And it may not be the healthiest habit, just doing things in moderation, right? Because for some of you, you have to completely, the Two of Pentacles keeps, I just broke the deck and it came out again. So for sure here, balance, like I said, balancing that out. Essentially, this is also, you know, maybe there was a part, you know, if you are in a marriage or something, maybe, you know, there was some worry about like finances and one person was putting in more of the finances than the other, and now feeling like you can finally like breathe and balance that out. And so with that, you know, maybe there's more playtime, there's more, you know, just bringing in the connection with like family and friends a little bit more to the forefront at this time. Connections, your main air sign. It doesn't matter if you're an Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini. Your importance of this energy right now, this Taurus energy, is really gonna have you deeply connected with the people around you. That's gonna play a major role here. There could be like a Uranus transit that's gonna be happening or something that could trigger this. And so I will look at those placements in your chart. Hello. Now, I'm not sure. I don't see any comments here, so I'm not sure if my comments are working. So if you guys are writing anything and I'm not answering, I apologize, but at least I'm in the flow. So that is your message, air signs. We are going to get into the water signs now. And I know usually when I do the collectives, I get into the individuals, like how is that collective energy going to influence like Aquarius and stuff like Libra, Gemini. I'm not going to do that this time around. I'm just going to flow with it because I want to be able to get out as many messages as I could. And then I'll be doing more readings throughout the week. So yeah, I could pay attention to that. And essentially these are general collective messages. And so if any of that resonated with you, it'll be more like confirmation and you would know, right? And if you feel like you just need more particular guidance, you can definitely book a session with me for a one-on-one. I'm just clearing out the deck so I can get into the water signs here. Water signs are going to be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay. I really should have brought my water with me. Water signs. Hi. Very reflective, very watery, very highly intuitive energy right now for y'all. It's pretty yummy, these waters here. But there's a lot of deep reflection going on, a lot of release of sorrow. This could have been, you know, maybe y'all were healing a lot of your inner child energy recently, and finally like feeling like you came out of that, and released a lot of like, resentment and sorrow and anger and just mostly sadness here is what I'm picking up. Like, yeah, released a lot of sadness here. And finally feeling lighter, feeling happier. But in this is bringing you into a space of like reflecting on what it is that you want to maybe you don't feel so successful and you want to like focus on like how can you become a little bit more successful. What are your moves right now that you need to do? Maybe you didn't feel supported by your family. And just trying to, like, it's just felt like a lot of reflection. So this could have been like what you were, the past, like the recent past energy that you were in, you know, just maybe a lot of suppressed energy coming up to the forefront. And so you were doing a lot of maybe shadow work in that, so that you can no longer like get into the habit of suppressing your energy, but being more expressive of your energy. So take up space. I love it. Water signs, take up space. take up space. Okay, I'm gonna start getting ready. Water signs. This could have been some secret coming to the forefront too. Either you had a secret that's going to be revealed, or a secret's being revealed onto you. Water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There we go. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yep. So this is very interesting. Well, it doesn't surprise me either. We do have Taurus energy up in here. Essentially, we have the Hierophant energy in reverse. So the first card that came out was the King of Pentacles. Okay, that's Taurus. We have the Queen of Wands here. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. And then the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles. All right. I feel like this is a really good balancing energy between your masculine and your feminine energies within yourself. However, there is a lot of, reflection as to what is maybe like sovereignty to you, what is education to you, what is, or maybe unlearning what I'm relearning some stuff. This could also be like you reevaluating, your family inheritance and what does that really mean. This could be that you are, just looking at your whole foundation as a whole, and really just being in your magic and your power to attract that which is going to bring you to the proper foundation. This could also be that I feel like there's a lot of emotional intelligence here. There's a lot of like money manifestations that's going to come in and bring a lot of stability. So this could have been somebody that was hoping and wanting to move, and maybe you didn't move before because it wasn't the right timing to move, and essentially like you learned a few lessons within that time frame. And yeah, water signs. Okay, and then you finally like move, and just start doing things differently. I kind of see a little bit of a resistance though on teaching some stuff. Let me get a little bit of clarity on that, please. Thank you. Behind that is Justice and the Empress here. Okay. All right. Don't worry. Don't worry. Y'all are literally like things are happening in your favor. This is really good energy, water signs. I really, really, really like this here. I would just say that if you're here to be a leader or a teacher, don't be afraid of your position. It's time to be in your position. It's time to, share what it is that you know. You may not know it all, and that's okay, but you do know certain things that other people may not know how to, and just because it's easy to you doesn't mean that it's going to be easy to other people here. Okay. So for example, I said emotional intelligence, right? Perhaps you speak a little bit slower because you comprehend how emotions really can amplify the energy in the space, right? And so you take your time to really consciously put out the words that you're going to put out there, right? This could also be perhaps like a separation, a divorce that actually leads to, essentially things getting much better. This could also be, now I know this is going to sound so contradicting, right? Because a divorce or a separation that leads to like freedom is what I want to say. It leads to freedom. It leads to you really like being tapped into your truth, your values, your inheritance, your wealth, your mental health, and good health, good wealth, good fortune type energy here, right? And for some of you, this is like a connection that is maybe an untraditional. Maybe y'all not married. Maybe one person, maybe y'all don't want to get married in that sense, right? Yeah, just, in the traditional sense, but y'all are married through spirit, right? I feel like for some of you, okay, this kind of, even though there's no water here, this is very earthy. Very spiritual, very earthy here. This almost feels cosmically aligned here. This feels like a love reading. I'm not even gonna lie what I'm about to say here. Like, it feels like either you go from dating to making it exclusive and being more explicit in that way, taking things to a higher level, another level that maybe y'all didn't know. Don't doubt your relationships right now. Trust in them. Like, this is a really beautiful union. There's a lot of magic. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of you sitting on your throne, them sitting on their throne. It's two different magic. So it's, y'all not even in the same, like, yeah, don't possess the same magical things. However, there is the connection of it being magical. There is the connection of it being harmonious and balancing to each other, essentially. If you're single, this could be that you end up meeting somebody that is gonna be your partner, is gonna be your thing. Maybe they just came out of a divorce, or maybe they have been divorced before. Maybe they don't want the traditional marriage, whatever it may be, but this individual is different. They're not gonna be they're gonna have the qualities that you believe in, that honors your values and that honors your soul and is in alignment with those things. But maybe their physicality their appearance is different, right? There's something that is different about this individual, and there's a magnetic attraction just by them just sitting in the seat of their throne, right? A balancing of hearts is what I'm hearing here. For some of you, this could have also been, we're dating or talking. This could have even been like a long distance relationship here. Something untraditional is what I'm getting, like untraditional type relationship. This is not a regular like relationship, whether this is single, dating, or in a couple in a relationship. This is not your average relationships. There's someone more like, y'all are both spiritual, but one is like in that spirit realm, and the other one is like in the physical realm. And essentially, y'all bring each other that information to balance each other out, right? To kind of meet each other. And this could lead to maybe y'all coming together and making it like a business together, or making money together, or just having, even if it's not money, this is y'all mastering y'all abilities, right? Y'all thought y'all mastered it already on your own, because you did, but in y'all connection together, it activates y'all to bring it to another level of mastery. And essentially, this leads to fast-paced manifestations coming in here. So an amplification on that here. But essentially, it's not going to be codependent, which they wanted me to be very clear. These are two individuals who's sitting in the seat of their throne. They know who they are. They're not codependent on each other. They just like what they like about each other, and they honor that and respect that. And there's a, respect of boundaries. There's a lot of love. It's mutual here. But there's a need, maybe y'all haven't met yet. Maybe y'all don't know the lessons between that yet. This could have been like a past life thing. And it comes into the physical now. This could have been that y'all had just been meeting in the astral realm and y'all finally meet in person. If it's long distance, this could be like finally, having talks and meeting in person, take it how it resonates for you. It is what it is. I just ended up subconsciously moving the deck, and then I stopped, and the bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. So there was a lot of head of the heart decisions, essentially you coming into union with yourself that led you to really be in union with others. What advice, what is it that they should be focusing on for this new moon in Taurus here? Water signs, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's a lot of cards. Let me see here. That's a lot of cards, but what's in the bottom of the deck? The Lover's card, twice. All right. So I'm going to take that out. Focusing on your heart space, balancing your emotions with your intellect here. This is a rebirth, right, of two hearts coming into one. This is a rebirth of yourself. Like I told you, I was like, this feels like a really balancing act of self that leads you into a love connection that maybe was unexpected. This feels unexpected. This feels like you wanted it and you knew you wanted it, but you wasn't sure it was going to come now or it would be here around now. Maybe one person's more aware than the other. And maybe somebody's just afraid to speak up. So don't be afraid to speak up. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of good things that can come from this, because this is already like a spiritual union. This is already a spiritual harmonious union here. And this is very untraditional. All right, so essentially there might be outsiders, people that might have something to say about it eventually at some point in time. Neither one of y'all are going to give a fuck, because y'all are in this for the long term. Like, y'all are in this for y'all. And y'all have that understanding that what's that saying? Yeah. What's understood don't need to be explained. What's understood does not need to be explained. I love that. That's very juicy, very yummy. All right, water signs. So essentially, I see y'all moving up to the next level. This is really good. This is financially stable. This is spiritually protected and guided and strong. I feel a lot of strength in this energy. Very passive in a way that is magnetically attracting that which is for your highest good. Not giving a fuck. Letting it be untraditional. Because that is what is bringing balance and harmony into your life. With lots of love and good health, good wealth, good fortune. So if there were things that you were worried about, I wouldn't even worry. This energy is really yummy. It's really grounded, but it's fun. It's fun It's fast, but it is passive. So y'all gonna take your time. And the reason I say y'all gonna take your time, all these cards here, like, except for one card, they're all sitting. Look at this. Hold on. The king sitting in his throne. In charge, knowing who he is. Very nurturing. Okay. Powerful and strong and not afraid of his vulnerability because he knows what to do with it. In her power. Thriving. Fierce. Unapologetically herself. With that sass and that fire. Magnetically attracting. The Hierophant even sitting in his throne, but in reverse here because this is untraditional. Able to see the world from the other way through. Look at how the light changed in my room with this. Like, it just changed. Because this is from a higher perspective than what is the traditional perspective. You know, they say this world is flipped and reversed. Well, this individual sees things already flipped and reversed, so can see through the matrix in an unorthodox way. Sitting, though. Sitting in the seat of their throne. In perfect love and perfect trust of their purpose and their mission and their path. Knowing that all things work in their favor. Because love wins every time. Love wins every time. Sitting patiently. The only other thing I would say too with this, especially because of the leadership part and it being in reverse, don't get lazy with all the sitting, right? Take your time. When you feel the call, move. A king and queen knows when to move and they know what to show the people. They're very regal and royal. You are of royal bloodline. Okay? And the false prophets shall fall, and you gonna sit there without a worry, without a care, but you answer your call. When they tell you to move, you do it. The Eight of Pentacles. That is the one card that is standing up, because when you have the calling, act on it. Act on it. Don't sleep on yourself. You are far more powerful than you may even realize. Okay? And your partner, there is a partner for you. You just had to get to this point in life to be able to identify things within yourself, to be able to identify your partner when they would come and ready. And again, you may not identify them at first, but you're gonna know on a spiritual level, on a soul level, like you're just gonna know. It may not be butterflies and stuff like that, but it's a knowing, a clear cognizance, a groundingness, a safety, right? So the flirtiness, it doesn't feel so like, even in the parts that are fearful, it's safe. It's like knowing there's trust. Like, yeah, obstacles, things happen in life, but can we find solutions in problems? And essentially, y'all are going to find solutions in problems. It's just acting on it if you're going to act on it, okay? There's going to be changes in finances here as well, water signs. And so maybe you're going to be reevaluating some of your finances here as well. I like this, though. I like it a lot. It feels really good, all right? You are the captain of your ship. Sail. All right, yeah, water signs, that is your reading. I'm going to leave earth signs for last because save the best for last. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. I do see the comments now. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to get into the fire signs right now. So fire signs are... I'm only thinking of one right now. My goodness. Aries, Leo. Leo was the first one. Leo, Aries. What is that other fire sign? Who are you? Who you be? Sagittarius. Sorry, I almost forgot y'all. I won't forget y'all. Yeah. Hold on, Spirit telling me to slow down. I'm an air sign, but I'm receiving. Yes, I did the air signs. They were the first ones, so definitely come back and watch the replay. Oh, yes, and you're a fire sign, so you're just in time. Yeah, there's a lot of ching 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 is what I heard. But essentially I feel like fire signs, you're gonna, you might be practicing breath of fire or doing some qigong here to really move your energy. Also, if you're feeling stagnant or stuck or fearful or doubtful in certain spaces here. I also see some candle work. So connecting with your own element, connecting with fire is going to be really good for you at this time. Purifying. I'm even like seeing like, I think, what is that called? Tatika. I'm saying it so wrong. Tantreka. Essentially, I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's when you are scrying with fire, right? Or gazing. So this is going to decalcify your ajna, your inner eye, your physical eyes, balance out any impurities in the brain. So you stare at the fire, you eye gaze at the fire, and tears may come down, because you're not blinking, you're just staring at it, you're burning the impurities. Breathe through that, sit through that. You're gonna feel it in your body, you're gonna feel it shift, you're gonna feel it activate what it needs to activate. And then there's that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is eye gazing for about 15 to 30 seconds on the candle, then closing your eyes and envisioning the flame in your inner eye as well, to activate the light within as well. And so that's another way of doing that technique here. And so fire signs in your element, working with your own element at this time, in a more practical manner, to bring, a connection with the spirit and the body. Your mind is already there, and the connection, it's already there. That's your pillar, that's your anchor. You're just needing to like reconnect with your body in some way, shape, or form to bring purification. And that's a technique that I'm getting right now for you. All right. Excuse me, when I am channeling, I itch sometimes. Like my nose. Okay. Fire signs. All right. Haha, again. All right, I'm going to shuffle again because those two cards came out. It was the King of Pentacles again and the Queen of Wands. So Let me shuffle it again. Fire signs. Ooh, fire signs too. You know what I'm seeing? Yeah, channeled writing. Channeled writing, and it's almost like if you're like it's either Arabic or Hebrew, like what I'm seeing, like the writing and like old ink. But you're writing. It's not that you're reading old texts, you're writing. This could also be that perhaps you start writing your own type of language, your own like letters and symbols for your own, like if this could be someone who practices, okay, and you write your own letters and symbols, essentially to do your own like spell casting or whatever it may be for yourself, and then you burn it to activate it. This could also be light codes, but this looks like even like letters and messages, okay, letters and messages. So that's nice. I like that. So that like not if someone was to read it, like not everybody can know how to read it. All right. Fire signs. Let's get into it. What is the new moon message? This new moon in Taurus for the fire signs. Sagittarius. That came out fast. All right. Leo. Wow. Oh, yeah, cards are coming out in reverse. Fire signs. One more. Aries. Yeah. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. All right, that card did want to come out earlier and it came out now. In the bottom of the deck, the Magician card. All right, fire signs. A lot of reversals here. A lot of reversals with one card up besides the Magician in the bottom of the deck. Yeah, know who you are. Yeah, just need some remembering here. I told you there's a lot of astral here. Clear your mind. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse here. This is coming out of mental imprisonment and purifying yourself. So maybe getting yourself out of overthinking, purifying your space. Like if there's a lot of clutter, clearing up the clutter and your environment. Because you may have been feeling blocked from your messages before with the Page of Swords here, okay? There were some messages trying to come in and essentially you couldn't really receive the messages because you were overthinking, you were rejecting the messages. This could have also been like telepathic messages trying to come in. Also the Page of Wands here, both in reverse here. So definitely messages from, the spiritual realm and the higher realms that were trying to come in. And this had to do with like, essentially your values, your love. Like you were ignoring your own intuition, you're ignoring your higher calling, you're ignoring yourself, and you know it. Moving fast into the, like going fast in the wrong direction real quick, like going nowhere fast. That's what I want to say. Go nowhere fast. Being impulsive. But Spirit is coming to like bring you these messages so that essentially you can get grounded and you can get in your element. Again, it's fire. That's a fire sign, so it's moving fast. With the Knights of Wands here. You maneuvered through a lot of obstacles, transmuting a lot of energies. Moving through a lot of projections. This could have also been like, if this, like, this could have been somebody who was a player and had a lot of options on the table that essentially, like, you didn't even know what you was doing with yourself, to be honest. One was a complete trap, and it's in totality. So, you know, there's that. Then there's the whole, like, one that is divinely, like, meaningful. There's a need with this Venus here. Let me see something here. What is going on here? Yeah, with the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. Yo, letting go of your fears. Get out of your own way. The Sun card in the bottom of the deck. Get out of your own fucking way. I almost want to say this feels like self-sabotage energy here, where you're like, you know, you have to, like, let things go. All right. But you, for whatever reason, it's like you're detached from it, but you haven't let it go. And essentially, this is leading you to your enlightenment, to your awakening again, so that you can really learn the lessons from it and know, like, who's supposed to be around, who's what. But don't block your own blessings in the process here. This may not be everybody's story here, because I feel like this is not everybody's story. But don't block your own fucking blessings because you want to be stubborn. Okay? Impulsively acting. Rather than, like, taking your time. Like, really tap into your heart space and listen from your heart so that you can clear your mind. I gotta sleep, but it's always such a pleasure to listen to you, Goddess. Thank you. Now, may you rest well. No worries. Oh, everyone, good night, good night, good night. No worries. Yeah, I know it's, like, kind of late o'clock. I'm not sure what time it is, but yeah. So what is fire signs' advice to focus on for this new moon in Taurus here? Because obviously, y'all there's a whole lot of fuck shit that y'all trying to navigate through here. Essentially, the biggest thing is to stop fucking self-sabotaging and getting in your own way. I feel like Spirit is asking you to really move your energy correctly. Go back to the garden within you, right? The Garden of Eden within you, within your own being. You know, there's a lot of, you're going to come out of a space of, like, releasing a lot of anxiety and overthought and come into a lot of clarity. And that's when you're going to move forward here. So it could have been that you was doing a lot of self-sabotaging in the past, or, like, in the near past, right? You could have been playing a lot of, like, head games or maneuvering through certain things in a way that wasn't really serving you. It wasn't beneficial to you. And essentially, it was your environment. It just wasn't bringing a lot of harmony into your environment. But then you release the doubts and you come into clarity here with your enlightenment. The experiencing in reverse here. Because what you're experiencing here, you may not, it's going to take you time. You may not realize what you're experiencing here, or you may be putting yourself, why are you fighting yourself healing in the bottom of the deck upright? All right. That's why there's a fire purification ritual for you to do. Sun gazing. Do some sun gazing with the Sun card here. Okay. Connect with your heart space. Connect with maybe get a white candle. And invoke the candle's light as a pillar of light, connected with you as the pillar of light, because you are a pillar of light. Get into the remembrance that you are a pillar of light. Eye gaze with the fire, clear the mental confusion and bring in clarity. Give space for this clarity to come in. Don't be so impulsive here. You could have possibly just there could have been certain that you was just living in the moment with, and essentially it was an experience that's not really balanced or serving you. And there was a need to like let this go. There's a lot of feminine healing that needs to be done here. So this could be like, the way that you treat women. This can be, maybe healing of the mother womb here. This could be, perhaps maybe you have daughters or children and, needing to build experience with them. This could also be, maybe you're rejecting or not really connecting in a healthy way with your divine feminine energies within yourself. Maybe like you're just afraid because it feels like a lot of fear. But you're very powerful. So you're on your way. You're on your hero's journey right now of self-discovery, of healing. Even if you've been on this journey so many times and you're aware of the hero's journey, like essentially you are in another phase of this right now because you've put yourself in a loop and you have to take yourself out. I believe that you are a healer yourself, but this could also be letting someone else in to help you heal, and having that experience. Having that experience is what's going to open your path and your roads into that lighter space here. If you were feeling trapped, right? Slowing down and coming into awareness. For some of you, there could be some like guilt within you that you might be trying to suppress. And it's going to come to the forefront for your awareness so that you can clear. So your focus for this new moon is healing. Fire signs. That is your reading. I hope that made sense. Just because it felt a little bit all over the place, because I got a lot of things going on here. There's a need for you to slow down. There's a need for you to, maybe you were just sharing too much. Your communication with other people was just not really in the best experiences, that was going on for you. Maybe it was triggering people the wrong way. Maybe you were triggered by people the wrong way. Whatever it may be, this energy, though, essentially is so that you can break out of your fears, get out of your own way, and step into the healer that you are within yourself and be your own hero. Get into a space of enlightenment and not rush your process, not be impulsive. Don't overthink and really reevaluate what your values are, and reconnecting with the divine feminine energies within yourself, because maybe you've been way, like, maybe you're too much in your masculine or something like that, and there's a need for you to get into your feminine flow at this point. There's a strong need for healing of the feminine within yourself. And you know that by way of patterns, the patterns in your life. So I would do some deep reflection as to like how your connections with other females have been, whether you are male or female. Okay. This could have been like the woman of your lineage. This could have been, just female friends. This could have been, partners, whatever it may have you. Just really looking at your connections with the feminine. All right. We're going to go into the earth signs. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Thank you. I really wish I had my water here next to me, for sure. Earth signs. That is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Earth signs. Earth signs. Oh, excuse me. All right. Get that up. Let me shuffle it. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel here, but I feel gone at the same time. So I'm just trying to, like, speaking of earth signs, right? Making sure I'm grounded. I feel a lot of maturity, a lot of stability, a lot of beautiful energy here. Earth signs, this is yummy. I like this energy. It's very different from the other. Excuse me, I'm hearing Aaliyah speak this from the song Resolution. Speak your heart, don't bite your tongue, don't get it twisted, don't misuse. What's their problem? Let's resolve it. Okay, so maybe listening to that song, coming to some sort of resolution where there may have been conflict. The speaking your heart, don't bite your tongue, don't get it twisted, don't misuse it. You got issues, I got issues, we got issues. Everybody got issues. Who should be heard, who should be to blame. Oh my God, the whole song is coming up. All right, so just listening to that song, Resolution by Aaliyah. This could also be that, like, where there was maybe once conflict, there's going to be a resolution, solutions coming up to the forefront. This feels really good, though, because it doesn't feel like a blame game at all. It feels like it's coming into like maturity and communication. This could have also been that maybe you was someone who was very passive with your words, and you're no longer, like, you've learned through your lessons. And so just, minding your communication, being a little bit more mature with how you communicate. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people looking up to y'all right now. I'm gonna do the other deck. Earth signs. I keep saying earth signs. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That was fast, but let me get. Wow, I love it. Things coming to a completion. No more doubting yourself. No more overthinking. First card that jumps out was the Empress sitting in your power in the bottom of the deck. It is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So, you know, things moving slowly, all right? Your finances are going to shift little by little. You know, there could be offerings coming in little by little. But just taking its time, knowing that all your needs are provided for here, all right? Standing true onto your values, standing true to who you are, standing true into love here. We do have here the Ten of Swords, so there could have been like, you know, some betrayal or some deception or something. I mean, I have to hurry up too because my phone is going to die with the Moon card here. So this could have been like self-betrayal, like, you know, just self-deception or delusions and stuff like that going on here, with overthinking or like not accepting things for what they was, but then coming into a space of like completion and closing out the lies, seeing through the veil and really getting into the truth here with this purification and the Knights of the King of Wands here, right? So essentially like really seeing how you go in connection with the Divine Father, the Divine Masculine within yourself. And being able to see the truth in others and no longer giving others excuses for who they are and what they are. Like just really being in your truth, being in your power as the Empress here. You're the Empress here. And essentially all like putting an end to lies and deceptions and things that's just not serving you here, and just being in your true authentic self and your soul. And essentially the others will see that, and those that's for you will be for you, and it's gonna really attract those. Like you're gonna get a lot of ideas, you're gonna get like you're gonna be in connection, right, with your soul tribe. This is like new contracts, new beginning. This is definitely a new beginning here, new opportunities coming in here for expansion and growth. And you know, people are going to be watching you, and that may make you uncomfortable at first. But essentially just stay in your confidence. Stay in your confidence and own it. I'm going to try to hurry up here because I don't want this to die. I want y'all to get y'all messages. And my phone is about to die. So what should earth signs focus on for this new moon? I also feel like if it wasn't that there was betrayal and deception towards you, it could have been someone in your cipher experiencing that or being in that energy, and you kind of just like closing out the cycle and not letting it affect you, just kind of keeping yourself into your energy and receiving that which is divinely for you in a good way here, just to kind of keep your energy in a pure space here. All right, what should earth signs focus on for this new moon in Taurus here? This also feels like a coming into wholeness. Then I say maturity. All right, lessons that have played its course are done and complete. Finito, done, over with, not dealing with the bullshit no more. All right, not allowing other people's burdens to be your burdens. The rebel kind of just fell out here. But essentially you really being in the maturity of situations right now, right? There could have been, a situation that was very immature, needed a resolution, and you're really seeing the bigger picture of things here. And other people may not be able to, they may not see it. This could also be that if there is going to be like some deception or betrayal played its course and you see it for what it is. Essentially, this kind of feels like the world card here. Things have matured, you have matured, and you're moving on to the next level here. So you could ask yourself, if this is what you have to focus on for this new moon, is how can I become more mature? And also, where have I become more matured at? Just to kind of honor both sides, as to like, there's always room for growth, right? But it doesn't mean that you haven't grown already in some area in your life as well. So Earth sign, that is your reading. There's going to be a completion that's going to lead you to really being in your fire, being in your chi, being in your passions, and really just being in your ownership and your authority, and movable and confidence here, okay? And not taking bullshit from others, essentially staying away from unnecessary drama, and letting the opportunities come to you, because you do have a lot of opportunities coming to you. And so this is such a beautiful thing. I thank you. I love you all. May you all have a good night. And until next time, peace, love, and harmony. I gotta go.